Gun violence in America seems to be an everyday issue. Federal agents are cracking down on a particular type of gun attachment being used in Las Vegas.
So in the special report, 8 News Now reporter Victoria Saha digs into how small homemade devices are proving to be a substantial threat to law enforcement.
14-year-old Kaysen loved playing outdoors.
He wants to play basketball again.
It's been 5 months since Kaysen's mom, Tequila Peebles, let her son dribble a ball outside without a worry in the world.
I never thought I would be that mother that would now be sitting with the news speaking about my 14-year-old son.
What used to be headlines is now this mom's reality.
And we begin with breaking news here at 6 o'clock. Sources are telling us 2 children have been shot in the far Northwest Valley.
On the afternoon of May 9th, Kaysen and his friend were playing outside when gunshots rocked this quiet neighborhood.
I heard a gun that was like brrr.
Within seconds, this car they were standing in front of was ravaged by bullets. Peebles ran outside to find those same bullets had pierced into her son 5 times. Neighbors rushing both teens to the hospital.
They believed it was a 9mm attached with the switch.
A switch, the street name for a device that converts a gun to fully automatic, similar to a machine gun.
Almost every week we're seeing where these things come up in evidence.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, also known as the ATF, tells us these small devices are causing destruction on our streets. Because of the nature of his job, their special firearms instructor isn't allowed to be identified, but says the small gun switches are becoming a lot more accessible.
This device here is 3D printed. Plans are downloadable from the internet. Anybody can get it. And it allows this weapon to fire fully automatic.
So a handgun that fires like this can turn into this within seconds.
You can have multiple targets. You don't have to be as great with aim.
Meaning anyone can be in the line of fire, according to Special Agent in Charge Jennifer Ciccolotti.
Particularly here in Vegas. We work every day to, working online, working with different buy programs and all the different things that we do to mitigate it.
Sometimes technology isn't even needed to cause catastrophe.
These things can also be made out of something as simple as a coat hanger. This is an AR-type pistol as it sits, but once again, it also has the addition of a machine gun conversion device as well.
By federal law, this is considered a machine gun, just this little piece.
The ATF crime statistics from 2017 to 2021 show a Glock 9mm was the most common gun used, and it's in these handguns where switches can often be found. Nationally, they say they're seizing more of these devices. From 2012 to 2016, 814 switches were recovered. But then from 2017 to 2021, 5,454 were picked up. A dramatic increase.
The next mass shooting scenario, if it incorporates one of these devices, the numbers could be a lot higher.
But the ATF wants to emphasize these switches are illegally being made at home or imported into the country with a Glock stamping on them.
It's a violation of federal law, and we're going to use those laws to the extent that we can.
Metro Police Department is concerned, but they say they don't have a way to monitor these guns. The ATF in Las Vegas tells us in the last 2 years, they've confiscated over 130 conversion devices that are known as a gun switch.
It's a public safety issue. It's something that we take very seriously, and we work within all realms of the law to be able to, make sure that we get these off the street.
The ATF tells us the gun switches are common in gang violence, and oftentimes private security firms are sent to patrol gang-ridden areas in the valley.
We're doing the best that we can to prepare our security officers to be out in the field.
Jonathan Alvarez, CEO of his security company Protective Force International, says he invested in ballistic shields for his officers to protect them from the line of fire. But for Peebles, the threat of another violent shooting happening again will always be there.
It doesn't matter where you live. It can happen to you.
Her son Kaysen survived, as did the other teen. But the road to recovery wasn't easy.
I look at him and I just say he's my miracle child.
A miracle in the midst of gun violence that has taken the lives of so many. Victoria Saha, 8 News Now.
We can also tell you tonight that Kaysen is home, recovering. In fact, he started his freshman year of high school. Now, as for those responsible for the shooting, 17-year-old Hakeem Collette was arrested and sentenced to 2 to 10 years behind bars.